धनक धनक tori baaje payali. Anyway, sorry. I mean, the word connects, Dhanak, #1 entertainment program in South Florida. That's what you're watching. You knew that, of course. I don't have to tell you that. I mean, so watch it. Big deal.
Every film star in Bollywood has his or her own identity. Some are good at serious roles. There are others who do comedic roles better. Every actor or actress in Bollywood have their own special thing. And there's one actor in particular, very talented, who we call the Whiz Kid. And here's the Whiz Kid, Javed Jafrey.
Well, you were wondering what was all that about.
Yeah, I was.
I'm sorry. She introduced me as the Whiz Kid, so I just whizzed past. Because that's what Whiz Kid is supposed to do. You just whiz by.
Yeah. So how are you this evening?
This evening I'm fine. I seem to be okay. I'm a little tired. We've been traveling quite a bit, and we just finished off. It was quite a hectic schedule. Some flights going haywire, so we haven't slept much. And please excuse my condition. I haven't shaved and stuff. And you're supposed to look clean and neat in front of this beautiful woman, but please excuse me.
Javed, we'll start with first tell us how you got into the industry. I know your dad's been in the industry for so long. Jagdeep, he has had a noted name for so many years. How did you get into it?
Oh, I kind of, the door was open and I just...
in again?
Yeah, exactly. The door was open and I just whizzed it. No, but it had nothing to do with my father. I don't know where I was headed. I never planned my career. I was about to finish college and I had won the All India Dance Championship, disco dancing. And Mr. Subhash Ghai had heard, and somebody approached me and said, would you be interested? And I said, okay, why not? I'd be interested. I'd do something. So I just, it was one of those, okay, let's try it out. Why not? So I had been modeling for some time before that, choreography and dancing and dance shows. So I said, okay, films, let's do films.
The dancing part, since you're an awesome dancer, was it just in there since childhood?
This is very weird in America. Awesome, awesome.
Awesome, Javed Jafrey dancing, awesome.
Oh, wicked. It's bad. And bad means good.
Bad means good.
Exactly. I know, dance had nothing. It's just like a hobby. It just developed through school and built up and just happened.
Did you actually go to school for dancing?
No, we don't have any of those. And my times, we're talking about way back in '83, there was no videos or so much happening or television, satellite channels, nothing. So we just saw a bit of things here and there once in a while. Some friends' video, came to America, saw a bit of breakdancing on the streets, picked up a bit, went back and started working on it and just developed it. Started working with people before that, did a bit of jazz with some people. So there was no formal training, I just built it up on my own.
When you did the Madonna ads on TV, I don't know if you would remember that or not. A long time ago, you started with the dancing, those days it was break dance.
I was the one who introduced break dance in India.
Right. You did the Madonna ad, and the young generation in the entire India just went crazy.
Oh, what Madonna? Madonna ad? I didn't do Madonna ad.
You don't remember, huh?
No, I didn't do Madonna. I did Baba Bhai Jagjeevan Das, the beginning ones I'm talking about. Then there was Sinkara, there was Moderna. I didn't do Moderna shootings. I was not in.
No. Huh? It was that plastic furniture. You just...
It was not Moderna, it was something else. I forgot the name. Yeah, I know, it's a plastic furniture, right?
Right.
It was something else, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, not Madonna.
You don't remember which one it was?
Yeah, but it's not Moderna. It was something else. But anyway, whatever it was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The films and all, when you were first the big screen, now the small screen, and there's so many
then
years
slowly
of
the
transition, and then the. Tell us about this whole transition and your experiences between the two.
See, I started off advertising and then feature films. My first film was Meri Jung, and then I did about probably 16 or 18 films. But again, the roles were always, you get stamped very easily. Postman है हमारे हिंदी फिल्म के लोग, स्टैम्प लगा देते हैं फटाफट, मतलब कोई डांस अच्छा करता है, हाँ वाह, great dancers, fine. So all the roles are dancing roles.
But
So if-
you've done a variety of roles.
yeah, I
mean, all-
tried to, but the point is they always offer you roles, okay, there has to be a lot of dancing in it and stuff like that, which I was getting very claustrophobic with, because it's just, I'm an actor, I can dance well, but it was going reverse. Okay, he's a dancer, he acts also, which is not the kind of label I was looking at. I did a few roles, but it was never the main lead. It was always one of the leads. It was never the main, and I was feeling like, why not? I had all the assets one required, fine, okay, I had a good personality, I could speak well, I had a good voice, I could dance well, I could fight. But somehow, like there was no, I lacked in PR, which is a very important element in the industry. It's like, besides being a good actor and talented, you need a lot of PR.
Emphasize on that. What exactly is PR?
PR kiya to darna kya types.
Oh, PR. Okay.
So,
PR.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that kind of stuff, and public relation, your socializing, which I'm not very good at. Probably doesn't be my weak point. I'm not very good at that. I'm very good at my job, but beyond that, I'm not very good at the other things. Mixing around, socializing when I don't have to. So probably that didn't help much, and then the image bit, and I didn't have any godfathers backing me up. I didn't use my father's influence. I didn't have any group, which is also required to some extent. Some fancy secretary, which is also required to some extent. So anyway, and then I did that for about 8, 9, 10 years, and then I was feeling, 8 years, 9 years, and this television thing came up. I said, okay. So there was this Channel V, which is an equivalent of what you have MTV out here. So we have Channel V out there, which is... So
that is all over Asia.
All over Asia. It goes up to Japan, Hong Kong, all prior to the Middle East and now Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing a show, and it became a cult show over there. And I was not speaking with an accent, I was speaking with my own accent, compared to most of the other kids who were doing American or Canadian accents.
Uh-huh.
And they were from there or whatever. But I had my own, the way I speak, and I added my own brand of humor, impersonations, the whole style of, you can say, hosting, and I just introduced a totally new style, and that changed, and now everybody's doing that kind of thing, and it's like...
Trendsetters.
Yeah, which I have been lucky enough to, and when I came in with the dance thing, I said that thing. When I came in with this, I said something. So it's not something which I like to blow my trumpet about. It's just there's people who appreciate me, and they say, okay, look, and I would say it in a very humble way that, one, God has been kind to give me a position where I can, set something on my own style.
So do you ever get these feelings that, dancing part, there's nobody been like you in the film industry or all over India, the dancing part was good?
No, I tell you, now there are now.
Nowadays, yeah, but you were the first one.
I introduced it, yeah, that was the first one then, and I did a reasonably good job at that. And now, this vocal talent, which is a hobby of mine, it became a profession now. It's just your words, how you use, playing around with words and stuff like that. So that's caught on, and it worked. And I came here 2 years ago, and people saw that side of me, and most of the kids saw the bit of the dancing part of it, but the verbal...
That show was a very good show. You did a very good job.
It's a good show in totality, and I got to do quite a few things, so it was nice.
So you're coming in any more movies, the big screen?
See, now I have 2 more movies releasing. One is called Gang, which is an old film, but it will be releasing now. Jackie Shroff, Nana Patekar, Kumar Gaurav, myself, Juhi Chawla, people. And I have one more film, comedy film called Dhoondte Reh Jaoge, with Nasir, Satisha, myself, Dilip Tahil. It's a comedy film. Then I have my television. I'm working on my own television show, which is kind of a different kind of thing. It's a comedy, but not exactly talk. It's got stand-up, it's got talk, it's got different elements of comedy. And maybe I'll do my own series, which I'm working on right now, 1 or 2. I've been approached for some different kind of things. I did 3 international films.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one was released in '91 called Sam and Me, Canadian film. Second one was released last year called Fire, which was a pretty big hit in the festivals. Deepa Mehta directed, Shabana Azmi, myself, Nandita Das. I was playing one of the principal roles. That's done very well. And now I've done a French production film called The Monkey Who Knew Too Much, which is, there's Tabu There's me and there's one British boy and some few British actors.
These are films that are being made, but in
No.
those-
2 have released. 5 has released
Oh.
last year.
Right.
It won major awards in the festival circuits. Chicago, New York Festival, Toronto Festival.
But they've been made by the Indian
No,
film
but the lady
industry.
is an Indian director based in Canada.
Oh,
Now, the
alright.
French film is by a French team.
Okay.
The main producers are the people who made The Fifth Element.
Okay.
So they are making this film based in India. It's an Indian story, but the actors, French crew, everything.
Okay.
So that way.
Since you've done a lot of comedic roles, do you feel you got any of those traits from your father, Jagdeep?
Yeah, probably, somewhere down the line. I'm a big fan of his. I think he's great. He's not just a comedy actor, he's a good actor.
Right.
I mean, he can make you cry like this, which you would know because the generation who've seen him when he was a hero and way back in 1958, 59. Definitely somewhere I've watched him and picked things up and his timing and things like that, which somewhere down the line I've been lucky enough to have a bit of that, and I use it in spurts.
You say you lack PR, but if you were given this opportunity to be the hero in a film and you were to choose a heroine, who would you choose?
I don't work that way. I don't choose heroines. I look at the script and I feel if somebody gives me a script, even if it's the hero and there's nothing to do, I wouldn't do it.
You don't
If I
care
just
for
have-
that hero part, no.
No. The role has to be meaty.
Okay.
If I just have to sing a song and do a fight and dance, it doesn't interest me. If the role has a lot of weight in it, where I get to play around as an actor, I
Where
do
you
that.
can show your talent.
I don't care who's opposite me. Could
No?
be anybody. Hey, it doesn't make any difference to me as long as the girl who was doing her part, she does her job the way she's supposed to do it.
Okay.
I'm not in it because some pretty girl is there or some fancy looking or some fancy body is up. Nothing. That's her role. She does her bit. I do my bit. That's it. For that bit, if she's my wife, she's my wife. I behave with her. She's my wife. Fine. You could be my heroine. You're pretty.
Okay, thanks. But would you like to say anything to our audience before we go?
What do you want me to say? I'm not some big sage sitting like saying words of wisdom. Nothing. I'm so young myself. What do you want to say to your audience? All the youngsters out there, I don't know. I mean, somewhere down the line, we've got a great culture. Fine, you see all this, but inside is India. It's the
Tell
East.
the youngsters a little bit
It's
about
the
this.
East. Okay, I do all this, but that's like, okay, that doesn't take me away from my culture. I mean, fine. I wouldn't go into the religious aspect of it. I'm a Muslim, fine, but I'm an Indian also. I'm from the East, and whatever I believe in, I say my prayers and I do whatever I can. But I'm proud to be that, and I think it gives you a lot of stability. It gives you a lot of a wisdom to look at the world, and it gives you a lot of maturity in it. And that's what people are looking for in the West, and we have it ready-made. I think we should, be proud of that.
Thank you. So there you have it, a face-to-face with Javed Jafrey.